So the year is 2020 something. You're on Windows 11 and 10, and for whatever reason you want to play Flight Simulator 2004. Well, I got some good news. 1, you can. 2, it's very easy to do. And 3, there's 2 ways you can do it. And I'm going to show you both ways in this video. So option 1, physical media. Right now on eBay, you can pick up Flight Simulator 2004 for about anywhere from like maybe 12 to 25 bucks depending on like the condition, and I got mine for, I think it was pretty cheap. It was like 14 bucks. So in order for these discs to work, obviously a modern computer doesn't have a CD player or a DVD drive or anything like that, so you're gonna have to pick up one of these. It's a portable DVD drive that's USB 3, so you just plug this into your USB port. You would go through all 4 discs like you would back in the day, same kind of procedure and situation. And then I'm going to show you what you do after that, because there is 2 things you need to do that are very important. Okay, so let's pretend that we're done with that and it's all installed. So there's 2 things you're going to need, right? You're going to need to go onto a site called flyawaysimulation.com and look up 2 things. The first of which is this update version 9.1. Right now, by default, the CDs that you used uploaded a version of Flight Simulator that does, I mean, it works, but it's not very good. At least not as good as 9.1. 9.1 fixes a lot of things with the stability and compatibility with mods, and it gives you like some sceneries and fixes textures and does a bunch of stuff to the Flight Simulator to just make it better. It takes 2 seconds to do this. To download this and install it takes no time. The next thing you're gonna need is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004's version 1.9 no CD patch. You're gonna need this patch so that the sim can start and run, and you don't need the CD on top of that. If you don't get this and you try and start Flight Simulator, it will not work. I'll show you where to put this patch. You're gonna want to go to wherever you saved it, unzip it to the desktop, and all you would do is you would take this application file and you would drag it over into the main root folder of FS9. So you would drag it wherever you unzipped it to, and then you would put it in the root folder, and it would replace and overwrite the original file, and then you'd be done. That'd be it. Then you can start the game. Now I'm going to show you how to do it if you don't want to spend any money, and keep in mind the crack and the patch 9.1 patch I showed you, it's still the same. You're going to need to do it regardless if you do it this way or the next way I'm about to show you. So the next way uses what is called an ISO image file. You can download Flight Simulator 9 for free somewhere. The Internet Archives, that's probably the best place to find a legit copy that won't brick your computer. Like anywhere else I'm side-eyeing, but the Internet Archives are usually good. But still, use precaution. So you downloaded your ISO file for Flight Simulator 9, and let's just pretend that this is Flight Simulator 9. Save it to your desktop or whatever. We can put this over here. So now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need a ISO reader. There we go. Yeah, we're going to need this like mounting software for the ISO. Back in the day, it was Demon Tools is what I used. That costs money now. I mean, they have like different versions and everything, and I couldn't be bothered to figure that out. So I found this, and it works. It's free. Download it, install it. All you got to do after that, go to your FS9 ISO, you right click it, open with, and then you want to click on the mounter. Okay, when you do that, the software that you just installed will read the image file like it was like a virtual disk. Gonna assign it to a virtual disk or a virtual drive, right? Click OK. There it is, CD drive V777 Pro. Then you just click run and it'll start. Only just pretend that this is Flight Simulator 2004, not the 777 Professional, which, by the way, I would recommend. This is the best 777 you're gonna get for Flight Simulator 2004, and it is there on the Internet Archive, so I'm still testing it out. Some of the flight characteristics are weird. Like, this thing sinks like a rock. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. Other than that, it's pretty beautiful. Like, especially at night, they nailed the night textures. I like it. And if that pop-up doesn't come up, all you gotta do is go to this PC and you see it assigned it to a virtual drive. And then when you're done with it, you right-click it, and then there it is, eject. Like it's a disk, but it's not there. It's technically there, but not really. So, yeah. And you should be in. One thing that I would recommend, though, and one thing that I had a pretty difficult time with before you launch it, right-click on the flight sim icon, go to properties, and then start minimized. That way, because if you start in like the full screen, it's gonna do weird things, and it may not even like show up for you. It was very strange trying to get it to display, because by default the sim displays in a very ancient resolution. I don't even know what the default resolution is, and if you're running a modern monitor with modern hardware, like, your hardware is not gonna know what to do with that. It's gonna run so weird, and it might not run at all. Just, yeah, start it minimized. It'll start in a little box. You're gonna want to run the sim in windowed mode anyway, and then like when you get the chance, I have found that it runs a lot more stable and you can do more with it. It's in windowed mode, and then you just come up here, you click on the little box to expand it. What you would do first is you would make sure you go into the settings, like go down to display hardware, and make sure like your stuff is you know, where it needs to be, like on the right, 800 by 600, right? That's the default resolution. Make sure you lock your frame rates at 60 so that, you know, the sound doesn't get all wonky on you. I forget who told me to do that, but shout out to you in your infinite wisdom. Yeah, other than that, I mean, like, just make sure you also hit the 9.1 installer from Flyaway Simulation, and you get the no CD patch also from Flyaway Simulation. I'll put the link to everything down below for you guys, so you can just visit the links and make sure, like, after, like, no matter which way you do it, you're gonna need both of those. Hope you found this helpful. Like, I'm not exactly the best at explaining things, but I figured I'd give it a shot. And yeah, that's it. See ya.